Get answers as far as where we fit into the guidelines, phase 2, phase 3. Mention what they bowling alleys.
Yeah, we have Board of Health inspections.
Yeah, we also go through the guidelines with the Board of Health.
So I was going to stop you there for a minute and
Right.
ask you, when you say they talk about, where are you getting the information from? Is someone calling you to tell you what your business is, where your business falls?
Yeah, no, the only information that we can get is the way everybody else is getting it, from the news.
So
From
you're
the website, yeah.
Yeah.
and can
Governor
you tell
Cooper's website.
from Cooper's website specifically,
Right.
And from the news?
Right. Yeah, we actually called Governor Cooper's office and got to speak to somebody, but she had no information. The only thing she could tell us was just to go to the website. She didn't have any additional information that we required, so we're kind of at a loss as to where to go.
We knew less than before we called.
Yes.
So there has been no official outreach to you from Roy Cooper's office. You contacted the office yourself. You spoke with someone there who didn't give you any information as a business about what phase you fall under, what your business specifically technically is, because you do catering, you have a bar, you do events,
Right.
and you would fall into a number of categories. Now,
Right.
I'm going to ask you, I should have asked you this off camera, but I'm going to ask you a question. What is stopping you just from opening?
Well, primarily our clients, our brides and grooms. The worst case scenario for us is if we go ahead with an event and then they come and they ruin their day by shutting us down. I would be fine if it was just us that would be affected by it, but it would be,
So the special concern that you have is that if you go ahead and just open, you potentially could have an event, someone's wedding,
Right.
a very special event to them and their family, and you could get shut down in the middle of that event. You don't
It's a
know.
possibility of that.
Yeah.
It's a possibility,
Right.
and that would be devastating to your clientele.
Right. We would be fine. I mean, if we just had the restaurant, I probably would have done it and not worried about too much, because you're out for dinner. If they come in, they shut you down, you're missing a dinner. But if they come and do that during a wedding, that would be devastating. Yeah.
In June, it'll be 25% of our capacity.
Right.
It's a small wedding, and we could go up to 239,
Right. We're only doing 80.
80.
So you have a wedding coming up in June. Of course, the bride, as is human nature, the bride is very excited and would like to get some details. So she's contacting you and she's asking you, how are things going with my event, my wedding? And you are unable to give her very specific information because you can't get any from Cooper's office,
Exactly.
from
Even
your
on the
local.
website is very vague. It's not.
Never mentions the wedding industry at all. I haven't heard any information regarding our industry.
Yeah, I think what it says that we were able to do ceremonies, but we won't be able to do receptions.
That's the way we're reading it now. But
That's what.
And you don't have a contact who's going to help you interpret the website.
Correct. Yeah.
This is just a disaster for your clientele and your customer service. Of course, they're calling you thinking that you have some sort of insight into what's going on.
Yes.
And I bet you they're not being. If it were me, I wouldn't be able to be very patient for a very long time if it had to do with my wedding.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So how are you staying so calm right now? Because I'm looking around. This is a very nice event building, very beautiful, very clean, nicely decorated. You must have some money invested in this place.
Life savings.
Your life savings is invested, and this is I was a wedding consultant, so I can tell that this is a nice, darling, beautiful event space. They have their life savings here, and there are no questions and no answers. There's lots of questions. There's no one to ask any questions to. This is the problem, North Carolina. This is the problem with the lack of leadership. This is my opinion. These people are very patient. had to deal with brides, again, screaming and yelling at me about, they get very excited, and these people are very calm. But it's heartbreaking to hear these stories over and over again of what the state government is not giving them any guidance, any leadership. So I would like you to pick up this story and contact your lawmakers and let them know these are the questions that our business people have. Why are they not being addressed? They are staying calm. This is another story of another business owner who has their life savings in their business, and they are very calm, and I am agitated for them. That's something, it's remarkable. It's not, Roy Cooper can't say I'm not dealing with them because they're harassing me like he does with the protesters. He can't say that they're being hostile. I haven't met one hostile business person. They've all been very patient, very calm, just waiting for some guidance. So that's just my little commentary. I'm going to, for my article, bookmark that. Is it possible to get a little bit of a tour here of your facility?
Sure.
And just add in anything that you think of as you go along.
Okay. So we do mostly weddings, up to, like Dory said, about, 239 is our capacity. Typical wedding is about 100, 150, so we added the second floor about 2 years ago. Just to give us some more space, we have a cocktail hour up here sometimes, or sometimes if it's a large enough wedding, we have tables.
Oh, this is really pretty. Now, I'm going to get my wedding consultant
Yes,
is coming out. Look at this. Ladies, gentlemen.
It's a bridal
pretty.
suite.
Oh, you
Yeah,
have a
the-
bridal suite right here.
Yeah, the girls come and they get ready in here. No overnight stays, but they get ready. They've got their own bathroom, so we do the ceremony and reception primarily.
Hey, this is gorgeous.
Yeah, and it's been great. We love doing weddings. We love our brides and grooms. Like I said, we used to have a Italian restaurant at this location, but as we're getting older, we decided just to do events, and we really love it. We can't wait to get back to work.
It is a lot. It's a lot of fun, but it takes special people to do events. I did them for a while, like I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have in-house catering that we do. Like I said before, we have all inspected by the Board of Health,
Right.
Johnson County. So.
Now, since we're talking about the Board of Health, has the Board of Health been out to see you since the shutdown?
No,
Phase 2, and they say just check with the governor's office. They're just inspecting food, pretty much that's what they were telling us.
Yeah, but we had our last inspection shortly before we closed down, so that's why we kind of thought maybe we could somehow fit into phase 2, because we are inspected by the Board of Health, like the restaurants and the breweries and the wineries are.
Right.
So,
They
that's
open
another
them
question.
up because they say they're being inspected by the Board of Health. So that makes that difference from other, from the bars, because the bars are not being inspected by the Board of Health unless they have
that's
food.
what we've heard.
And that just doesn't seem, there still doesn't seem a logical
Area.
definition of who's being allowed to be inspected so that they can then go and be opened up.
Right.
That's where we are right now?
I think that's what it looks like. Everything's uncertain, though.
And a lot of it is hearsay, from other restaurant owners, bar owners. They've heard this, so we get bits and pieces of information, and we're not really quite sure what's true and what's not. So,
It's just dangerous to have to fly on word of mouth when you have your life savings invested, and I'm sure it's got to be a burden upon you at some point to have brides who are very anxious already, who are looking to you for answers.
yeah. And mostly, thank God, they postponed to the fall, but there are a few in the summer that, like we said, are coming up, and we need to let them know.
We're concerned about very much.
So the one that you're most concerned about right now, the next one that you have is June 12th.
June 13th.
June 13th, you need to have some answers by June
We're meeting up with her
13th.
tomorrow.
By tomorrow.
Yes, well, that would be nice, but probably not.
Now, do you know who your legislator is here in this area?
Who was our legislator in this area?
We'll find out.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll get them this video, and we'll
Yes.
ask them. But ultimately, who do you think is the ultimate answer?
Oh, Governor Cooper seems to have the answers. He's the one who's putting all these.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like he knows himself. You know?
That's what it sort of feels like, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's been a lot of flip-flopping going on.
Especially over the last week. I think a lot of people have lost confidence. We, like you said, we have been really patient. We had no problem shutting down and postponing events when it was to flatten the curve or whatever the reason was, but now we're just not quite sure what the reason is. So.
Is there anything that you'd like to add before we end this part of the interview? Is there anything that you'd like to say?
No, just really
To
just want
get
some
everything
answers.
together and let us know exactly
Yeah.
what to tell the bride.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Some
not
answers.
just for us, but for, like we said, for the brides and the grooms that have money of their own invested into it. Not just with us, but with DJs and photographers, and they have a lot of money to potentially lose as well. So we just want to be able to answer their questions.
That's a good point. So you are the center of commerce for numerous groups of other business, and the wedding business is just it's very complex. There are a lot of people who get tied in with small businesses, bridal weddings. I mean, there's a whole list. Even it's a little overwhelming. If you start to take apart this story, planning business, how many vendors of those people are affected, including all of the community they have to have reservations, they need to make arrangements, people come from out of town, hotels, all of those people are vendors or semi-vendors. People are spending, causing a lot of confusion. So and set the tone right here at this level of the event planning, it would surely help in just this business right here in Garden. One of these has vendors and customers and all sorts of plans and things that are going on. I'm also on a theme today about what does it do to our culture to have missed very important events. Events is, I'm an event planner geek, so I kind of think that it's very important. But can you tell me, how have your brides and people who rely on events, how have they been handling things?
We're really blessed. I mean, most of our brides and grooms have been really calm.
There's been a few. There's been a few that it's their most important day of their life.
Right. For the most part, they've been good, but there have been a couple of, there's a wedding, actually a rehearsal dinner was supposed to have in June as well. Their family is supposed to come from Brazil, I believe, his family. They just don't want to postpone it again because they don't know what's going to happen with everything, and like you said, with the travel. But primarily we've been lucky because they haven't been any historical brides. Yeah.
These are issues and consequences of this shutdown that I don't think that Governor Cooper and the legislative body has been considering the ramifications to the community in general. I'm not confident that they're even taking it into consideration at all. And so I hope that I'm going to pick some of the information up here, write an article. So get this information out to people right now, and look for an article later tonight. And that is it. I will out. This is just a really fun. I'm a photographer, so I mean, I'm like, I could be stuck here all day long, y'all. Look at these brides. Oh my gosh, the photos. Have you been in a magazine before? Because I feel like I've seen this. Look at these beautiful lights. This is a great place. Brick and Mortar. Come check it out. Hopefully they're going to open soon. Okay, that's the end. Goodbye.